Finding my mom unalived by her husband, part 3. And I appreciate all the love and support you guys are giving. I normally don't tell this story because I'm one that doesn't want pity, or I hate when people start to feel sad for me. So this is kind of different for me. But boom, I'm in the back of the car. Like I said, I was beating on the car, contemplating the crime scene and trying to figure out what really happened. After calling my grandma and my brother, I'm back on the phone with my wife through this whole process, and she's distraught because my wife and my mom were like, and my wife hasn't dealt with a lot of death, which I've dealt with enough for both of us. I've never seen these two argue or anything, so I'm, like I said, not thinking this is internal. Like, I'm not thinking this is DV, but it's them quiet ones you gotta watch out for. Boom, they bring her out the house, they bring her car out, and I'm still lost for words. And at this point, his family is arriving. The officers went to take me to the precinct to use the bathroom and then brought me back to the scene. And now it's helicopters, it's fire trucks, it's all kind of crime scene investigators with the little minivans, all of that going on. At this point, I'm knowing she's gone because I saw them pull the defibrillators out, and then I saw them, like, you know, shaking their head like it's over. And I'm trying to process it all, you know, and yeah, she was gone, man, and he was gone too. And I'm sad for both because at this point, I'm still not thinking it's DV because he ain't never gave me signs. And I done been around this guy. I done lived with these folks while they were together. So it's not registering to me. And my brother asked me how it happened, and I can't even tell him nothing. The police eventually cleared the scene out. They got the whole scene wrapped with that yellow, you know, crime scene tape. So his family's on the outside of the crime scene tape, and I'm inside of everything. And they finally let me out. They give me the keys to the house and, you know, tell me, like, hey, this house is officially, like, in your possession for right now. You got to say so. If you don't want people in there, you don't have to let people in there. I'm still distraught. I'm still not processing everything. So, you know, and I've been up all night. I haven't been asleep, and I haven't eaten anything. So his family's there. My family, like my mom's family, is on their way from Indiana, which is 8 hours away. And so I let his family go in because I'm still not processing that this was DV. I let his family go in, and I'm like, hey, I'm finna go pick up my wife and my daughter because I need them right now. I head home, I picked them up, I hugged my wife. I still ain't processing it. So she's distraught and I'm holding her, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, let's go back. By the time I get back to my mom's house, we live 30 minutes apart. My mom lived in Memphis and I live in Mississippi, but state line type situation. So it's not super far, but it's a good 30-minute drive. So by the time we get back to my mom's side of town and get over there, his family, even more, his family's in the house. And my folks are there in the house. And my folks pulled me to the side and they like, yeah, what the fuck going on? I'm like, what you mean? They like, man, they're in your mom's room with the door locked. And my mom also had another spare room that she turned into a closet. This is where all her expensive purses and, like, my mom was bougie, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my mom was like Rochelle if Rochelle had came up on money. You know what I'm saying? Rochelle from Everybody Hate Chris. So she real bougie. She got all her stuff hung up on shelves and they in there with the door locked. And it's only his family. And I just thought that was so weird. So we sit down with his family and we're talking to them, trying to figure out what could have possibly happened because the police still ain't came up with nothing. And now I'm walking around the house trying to figure out, I'm seeing bullet holes and I'm like, bro, what the hell could have happened, because it couldn't have been a robbery with nothing being missing. And his family is acting so fucking weird, bro. Like, so weird. I almost punched one of them, because I'm like, bro, y'all on some goofy shit. But I'm also dealing with shit, so I can't handle everything, right? I go in the back room, I'm like, y'all get the fuck up out of here. Like, this is not, I don't give a fuck that your family member is gone. Get the fuck out this room. Because my mama don't play that shit. I go to the closet. I say the same thing. Yo, get the fuck out of here. Come to find out, his family, he was a gun connoisseur. He collected guns. His family took every gun he had, besides the ones that the police took. And we say, y'all got to get up out of here. Like, we already didn't fuck with his family like that, because I ain't gonna lie, they're a little on the spectrum type situation, especially his mama. So we like, y'all got to go. And his family was just acting so like normal. Like, his dad was crying, but they wasn't crying. They wasn't confused. They wasn't acting like my family was. I go in my mom's room and I'm just, dealing with everything. Like, I got all these family members on my side and her husband's side driving me insane. And I eventually start going through some of my mom's belongings, and I found one of her journals. In said journal, my mom has always been an avid journaler. She's always had journals, and I'm the same way. And I get to reading her journals, and I start getting fucking pissed. I'm getting pissed right now just thinking about it. I start getting irate, cause she's telling the whole story. And I'm so confused, because I'm like, he did what? This has been going on before they got married, man. And in her journal, she's saying that she's hoping that it's going to get better because he's great in certain areas, but that DV shit was something else. Come to find out, he had a previous wife that he did the same situation with, except she got out. And his family was too cool. And as I'm going through the journal, she's talking about his family and how this situation didn't happen around them. And she would tell them, she kept going to certain family members. His dad's wife was being abused by his dad. And so my mom went to his stepmom expressing herself. And the stepmom tell her, man, you just gotta, come with successful men, and sometimes you just gotta close your mouth, and sometimes it be you. And so my mom never told me, my brother, or any of our family members what was going on, because she knew I was on that. She knew I would have threw my life away for that lady, you hear me? She knew that shit, bro. And so I'm reading all this shit, and I'm getting mad as fuck, man. And I ended up, punching a hole in the wall. I'm hot, because I'm like, why the fuck wouldn't you tell me this shit? And it's so much more, but I'm already at damn near 9 minutes, so I'm going to do a part 4. Sorry, I'm trying to keep myself together, but this is me basically reliving this shit. I haven't even thought about this shit like that. I've always been one to put shit in the vault and keep it away. And I've talked about it with my therapist and shit, but I've never retold the story, which is why I'm telling this story. I want to bring awareness to that DV shit. Ladies, if you're in or even men, if you're in a situation with somebody and they are mistreating you, leave that motherfucker, man, before you end up leaving your kids, because I will never get my mama back, you hear me? I will never get my mama back, G. And that shit bothers me, because I ain't never had no relationship with my father, so she's the rock, and my rock is gone, man. Part 4 coming, G. Part 4 coming.